I want to achieve, Me, I'm excited that the year is almost coming to an end, right? Fully excited about the last few weeks of the year. And everybody on this table this morning, both those online, should be excited also about the year coming to a wrap.
Why is
Why?
Is that about being alive,
You count your blessings and you name them one by one, basically. And you also count the blessings that is coming before the year runs out. So many of you have already given up. The year is almost nothing is coming out from the year, right? How many of you have given up on this year, that this year is as in bad year, that until next year, that's when some good news is going to come your path?
Actually, I've not given up. That I do not say I'm excited yet.
You are still
I have things.
you are still functioning on the flesh.
I have things that I plan to get this year.
You are still
So I'm
functioning on the
saying it
flesh.
November, December.
You are still functioning on the flesh. That means you have not been able to get your strategy right from January up until now, because if not for the rains, basically, which is not even an excuse, we are in the heat or in the center of our season as a business. Yeah? So majority of the people are coming to a point where they are liberal with their spendings. So many people are going to start making statements before the year runs out. Many people are going to buy new cars. Many people are going to acquire new properties. Many people are going to, you understand what I'm saying? Buy more designers. And that is a lot of money coming out from their pockets. Most of those leads you've been calling, many of them are going to be liberal with their spending for the next 2 months at least. So your job as a professional is to position yourself within that conduit so you can extract as much as you can from these people. You have to. You have to. Many of them are going to be very liberal with their spendings. We understand that it's the Christmas season, right? So a lot of events are going to come up. Many people are going to buy a table for 2 million, right? Yes, now, many of your clients that you're not going to be following up with are going to use that money that you're supposed to buy Onyx to go and buy a table for 5 because you stop reaching out. Yeah. Many of them are going to use that money to go and buy a new car. They already have a car, but they just want to, shake things up a bit. They want to go and oppress some people this Christmas. So because you've refused to be on their neck so well, they're going to divert your money. They're going to divert your commission to buying liabilities. So many of them are going to go like 5 shows. So imagine somebody going from now to January, going to like 5 shows where he or she pays 2 million per table for 5 or 10. That's roughly uh, 10 million gone in entertainment. I'm not against that. I'm not. But the only thing that it has reduced your odd of closing this person. Because if, for example, I'm somebody who has made plans to patronize you, let's say, for example, you'll be following me up from January up until now, or from March or from June up until this moment, and my mindset, which I may not have spoken to you or told you, is that by November, December, if you're still in the picture, I will consider you and probably get approached through you. Then all of a sudden you went AWOL, you went incognito. The thing now is that I will immediately realign my priorities. Yeah, because normally my mind not even to there. Because if my mind there, I might for just pay 1 million then begin to gradually pay off. But it was just a casual stuff for me. You have not been able to place me in a place where I'm warm so much that I need to bring out my money and give to you. So because you're no longer in the picture, there's every tendency I'm going to realign my priorities and go start paying for so many tables, especially if one of my friends, the comedian, has a show. I'd like to support him, pay 2 million, which would have been a different story if you had been in the picture. I could have done something cheaper, for example, 500K, and use the 1.5 million to buy from you. So in essence, what I'm trying to say is that we are entering into a season where a lot of money is going to be exchanging hands. So for the next 2 months, people are going to spend more money than they have spent all year round. they're going to spend more money. The volume of transactions is going to be heavier and bigger than all they have done from January up until October. So you have to have that at the back of your mind. So having stated that, who else is excited about the year end? The last 2 months of the year. Who else is excited? You don't see yourself collecting this money from these people. So people are not excited. Okay, she's excited. She is. You have to be excited. Yes, you have to be. And the excitement is just an emotion, basically. The excitement is just an emotion. The excitement tells you that it is possible. Yeah, I mean, the excitement tells you that this is doable, it's possible. But beyond the excitement is the actual work to be done. It means you need to dust your phones again, you need to dust your shoes, you need to dust your clothes for those meetings. Many of them are going to be coming into town. Many of them are going to be leaving town. So you need to know there is not much time. You only have roughly 60 days to go on with that 2023 Camry or a Range Rover. So there's a lot of work to be done, basically. There's a lot of work to be done. But the good thing is that we are in our season. So in the real estate, every industry has their season, right? Every industry has their season. Yes. Every industry has their season. So real estate, our season is from October, except for the reverse rains, October till March of the next year. So this is roughly 6 months of a lot of money to be made. So you need to understand have that at the back of your mind. So for me, I'm excited. I'm excited for my team. I'm excited that my team is going to surprise themselves. Yeah. At the end of this year's staff reward party, many of you are going to go home. Many people, last year went with television, right? This year, many of you are going to go home with cars and land, yes. And land, yes. But it's actually tied to productivity, so you need to do your stuff. Yeah. So both our winner associates. Sorry, this year is going to be winner associates and staff together. So it's not just our staff. So our best performing winner associates and best performing staffs across board, different categories are going to be rewarded handsomely. So you need to push yourself. Many people are going to be put on flights to some nice locations. Yes. You and your boo. What do they call them? Bo or boo? What do they call them? Boo. Boo. But nobody will go fund your boo on. We go pay for you, you go pay for your boo. So we have all those things slated out already for the end of the year. So you need to do the work required to get yourself on those spots and have a wonderful year and get fired up for 2025. See, life keeps moving. For many of you that think that life probably waits, life keeps moving. Many of you are +1 this year. You were +1 yesterday. Meanwhile, happy birthday to you, happiness. Happy birthday to you. We appreciate the work you do, and we are super excited for the woman you're becoming. I know you are scared about the age. You have to be excited about what the age you are turning into. You are becoming wiser. Yeah, so don't feel bad about it. Feel great. Feel great. Right, so happy birthday once again. I believe the team have a song to sing for you after this meeting, so we'll just sing for you. So I could have made it, but I couldn't make it. I wanted to come scatter the dance floor yesterday. But for one reason or the other, I couldn't make it. I don't know. I think I was somewhere else also boogieing it down. So, so having stated that, you're welcome to another wonderful. This is the last week of October. I mean, we only have a few days in October, 3 days actually. So this is the last week of October, first week of November, 2024. Is actually quite challenging and very much exciting that we have come this far in 2024, right? So if you are, first of all, if you find yourself in November or October, by this time of October, you should be grateful that you are alive, you're healthy. Not many people are here. Many people wish that they can be alive or probably in good health by this time of the year, but many of them are actually in ICUs, in different hospitals battling their life, but you're here. So if for no reason, you should be thankful to God. And that's why I always encourage you guys, take your prayer life seriously. I mean, if for no reason, just be thankful to God, because It's not easy. It's not easy. Nigeria alone is after your life as a country. So if you're here healthy, you should be grateful to God. So once again, welcome to the last week of October. Um, Today we are going to be continuing on a series we started last week, which is on Thursday, which is our random fact. But today, I have a very important subject matter to talk about. Like I always tell you guys, trainings are very much um, um, what do I always instructive. I wanted to see whether you guys can remember it. Trainings are very much instructive. They are not suggestive. So when you're told to do your customer avatar, how many of you actually have a customer avatar? What is the name of your customer avatar? You don't have any? Happiness, what's the name of your customer avatar? Chinwe. You don't have any. Eliomo, what's the name of your customer avatar? You don't have. Longi, what's the name of your customer avatar? Do you have a name for your customer avatar gift? You have an age. Okay, age range. Age range is actually a part of the personality or your ideal client, So you're welcome, yeah. You're welcome, Jeff. So, like I said, age range is actually a part of your customer avatar's makeup. The day I thought about that, I specifically said that you should name your customer avatar. You should know who your ideal client is by name. You understand? By name at least. You should know where these people work. You should know their age. You should know their family life. You should know their income range. You should know where they hang out. And if you're able, you should know their sex. And if you're able to define all these things, you can give it a name. If it is Chukuma, you name it Chukuma. And it's actually there at the back of your mind. So any day you're waking up, you're heading out to go probably do your marketing, you know that this is the kind of person, from asking this question and this question and this question, I could be able to decipher that this person fits into a Chukuma or fits into an Abdul or fits into an Ikaite. As the case may be, I'm just being sarcastic about, but it's for a fact. So I'm just trying to recollect the last one of the trainings we've had so far, which is about customer avatar. Many of you didn't go as far as trying to reconfigure your own avatar. And it is painful. It is not great. It is not great. So if, for example, I say you should write a thesis, Eliomo, write a thesis about your customer avatar and bring it to my office this month. Let me even see whether you understand who you should be selling to. What will you do? You write it or you write it? 5-page, yes. Well elaborate thesis about your customer avatar. Bring it to my office. Let me see what you do. This is what great salespeople do. See, sales is beyond, like I always tell you guys. I mean, you should have tried it yourself. Sales is beyond I sell this and I sell that. Sales is beyond this is Ishobo, buy. No. I don't know how much I could re-emphasize on that specific fact. Sales is beyond that. Sales is about how much you've been able to internalize all those other moving parts that we've talked about. We talked about customer avatar. We talked about making your prospects your ambassadors. Making your buyers ambassadors. We've talked about so many things. We talked about building relationships with your prospect, right? We've talked about so many things. Those little moving parts is what forms sales. And the greatest salespeople have understood this hack. And that is why you see that they approach sales the way they approach sales. Like I always tell you guys, it's better you have 5 people, worthy prospects that can buy from you that you have great relationship with, than having 1,000 leads that you don't have any personal connection or touch with. Let me repeat, it's better you have 5 people that you can rapport with, that you can gist with, that you can meet with as prospects, than having 1,500 leads that you have only contacted once. That is the reality of many salespeople. Yeah, it's a fact. So when I hear you people say, so I need leads, I want to do leads advert, I'll be wondering, okay, the other ones you've had, how much relationship have you built with these people? Do you even know them? Do you even know these people facially? And many of them are even based in Port Harcourt. Before somebody would say, I'm interested in what you're selling, the person has the money, let it make sense. Let me repeat. Before somebody would tell you that I'm interested in what you're selling, he saw the price, he saw the product, and he said, I'm interested. The person has the money. Let that make sense. So now it is not your ingenuity as a salesperson that is going to convert that intention into purchase. It's your ingenuity. It's about how much you've been able to learn about the processes, sales process from the beginning of attention to interest to decision to the rest. You need to understand how to convert attention to money entering into your account. That is one skill set every salesperson needs to have. So it's sum total of all those trainings we've given you guys all year round. Next year I'll stop training. You guys will come and start training us one by follow. Eliomo, starting with Eliomo. Because you guys have had a lot of training, a lot. You guys have written a lot of notes. If I ask you guys now, okay, give me 3 ways you can be able to, establish relationship with your prospects. Give me 3 ways. For those of you who have been under the tone of my training so far, just 3 ways you can be able to establish some form of relationship with your prospect without looking into your note. How many people can give me that? 3. Henry, please go ahead. So first of all, thank you for signaling. Other people, how far? What is going on? What is eating? 3 ways you can be able to establish relationship with your prospect. Remember, we're talking about that you are in the business of building relationships. 3 ways. Other people, okay. Tina, okay. All right, go ahead. Let me hear you.
Gets to know more about the family members.
From where?
Reading conversation, like my clients actually. I got to
You implemented that process? Okay.
So I got to know more about her, even at church.
Okay.
I had to go, I think that's on the road.
You went there?
Yes.
A round of applause. And you have closed that deal, right? A round of applause for that. Many of you are always tired of Sunday morning. But yesterday night, I saw many of you. Where is Farmer? Farmer was the exhaust pipe yesterday night. Pure exhaust pipe. Smoke was coming out from here, coming out from eye everywhere. No. I mean, it's fine. I mean, that's fun. Beautiful. I don't have any issue. Yeah? I'm saying, where is he? I wanted to tell him, make him no go born. I mean, he was shisha yesterday. Hope you guys are holding him. So many of you are quick to jump in such a circumstance where you go have fun in quotes. But you see, the power, you don't even know the power of showing genuine interest in people. No matter how fake it is, but you just make it look like you're genuinely interested in people. You don't know how powerful it is. Like for example, you're selling insurance to me, and I invite you as somebody who is dedicated. And I turn and I see you in the pew. I'll take you with you. You have softened the ground even way further, right? Or you're having an event as a prospect, and I come to your event. I mean, I've done a lot already. It means that I'm interested in you beyond your pockets. It is a life hack. It is a sales hack that I've always worked. Majority of the time, not all the time though, but it ups your odds in closing such deals. Honestly, it has always worked. It has always worked. So go ahead. You inquired about the church. You went to church, about the family.
And also what she does, I had to know that she is an accountant.
Okay.
Hope
you watched her a bit. Accounting is a wonderful job career. I have my colleague Tina. That lady is a handful. So I believe you people are handful in this your career. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I actually did that. I started a relationship. So the next thing that she said, okay, I would love to market your product. So
She's marketing it. Tony, so he did two things at once. He built a relationship and he converted the relationship to an ambassador. One person. Many of you have 300 leads. No one person is, no, you don't know where one person works. Physically, I'm not saying on the phone. They know themselves. You don't know where, you don't know what they do. You don't even know where their office is. You've not surprised anyone one day. So I'll come to your church this Sunday. I will have to worship with you, whether I like it or not. Just go. So that's amazing. So you just told us one. Okay, is it three? You told us. Okay, but all these things happen over the phone, right? Okay, well, okay. So you called and you visited. Okay, and okay, you called, you visited, and you told. Okay. Who else have all those things fall under one? But let's. I mean, he's got us a sale, so let's forgive him a bit. Who else have something about building relationships? I mean, can you remember when we talked about building relationship? What are the three ways you think you can be able to build formidable relationship with your prospects? Yeah.
Showing interest
In their life. Okay. How do you go about that? Have you ever done it personally? And is anyone that have worked for you? In fact, have you ever met, aside them coming, have you ever gone to meet any of your prospects physically? No. A resounding, a round of applause for that lady, please. It's a type of selling. It's a type of selling. You need to be genuinely interested in people. Honestly, I'm serious for it. Honestly. That's the only way you can be able to build a lifelong returning customers. You're going to have, there's what we call lifetime value of Mr. Victor taught us the other day he came. It's called LTV, right? Lifetime value of a client, of a prospect. It means that lifetime value simply means how long this person remains a paying customer with you and for you. That's the lifetime value of a client. Many of you are only about that one sale. That one, we are only, I believe we just close it. But they just carry the person and dock it onto the next one, That way you'll be a hustler. Rumokoro go hear your matter. You go hustle tire, right? You understand what I'm saying? Yes. We've answered so many questions about ladies being scared that some men are going to take advantage. We have answered those questions. We've spoken extensively. Tina has always been in my office. So this person, I will help her. This is how you approach it. This is how you go about it. Yes. Honestly speaking, men, we are hunters basically. Not all. Those of us that have not given their life to Christ are hunters. Other people are shepherds. So it's two different things. A shepherd is tending to his flock. A hunter is coming to hunt the sheep. So there are two different kind of men basically. So most hunters, what they do is this. When they went to go and hunt, they first of all lay a snare, right? To test the waters, to know whether this person go fall. That's how men do it, right? They do it in diverse ways. Maybe the way Jeff does his own is, sorry, I'm not saying he's a hunter, but maybe the way he does his own is different from the way Prince or Long John does their own, or Henry says. So we need to understand that as a lady, you need to be on the watcher. So, jokes apart. So you need to understand men and hunters. And when you come to them with a product or a service to establish a relationship, they want to know if you are coming with your body or you are coming with value. Honestly. And it is the first impression that will tell them. So you're coming to meet a man for the first time, you are wearing a gown that is here. I say, oh my God, oh shit, oh my. I'm already late, oh sorry, sir, sorry. Your gown is here. Your cleavages are all popping. Even the most righteous man, even the most decent man at heart, we say, oh, what a child. You understand? It's a fact. So this is where many ladies get it wrong, honestly. And the funny thing is that if you dress down well, you are sending a message to most, although most men are kane, you understand? Most men are more they go, more as the shawarma, you understand? Most men are shawarma. So, but majority of the men are still sensitive. So when you dress down well and you're corporate enough, they will be scared to even bring up those kind of topic. Start ordering. They'll be responsible enough not to say some things to you. But when you are all there, now you they laugh, now you understand the body language I'm talking about. Like there's no form of self-restraint. This is simple courtesy. These are simple courtesy of a well-trained person. Forget the fact that we are doing sales. Now we're talking about social etiquette. Just like when you want to eat with fork and knife, this is how you drop your fork and knife, and this is how you do it. Yeah, that's a bit of social etiquette. You don't yawn like that in public. We are in etiquette, you understand? So you need to understand those things. And that is why when many of you act the way you act, I begin to wonder, there's a lot of things to be learned. All things, like I said, are all the moving parts that add to you becoming an exceptional sales person. It's important you master all these things. Because where you are headed, like I always tell you guys, time is going to come, we'll put you in play and say, go to Russia and go and speak about real estate, presenting real estate, and I'll be streaming it live. In fact, I will be playing with some of our friends there. So it's now you begin to build yourself for where you are headed. Even if it's not in Win Realty, you should be building yourself for a future of value. You should. You shouldn't be caught doing what every other person does just because it has some temporary result. No, it won't work in the long term. Many people that started with their bodies as ladies in sales never ended well. Let me repeat, many ladies that started with their body as their chief attraction never ended well in sales. Many of them got exhausted. Let me leave it at that level. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see people like Chimamanda Adichie and the rest, Alakija, that is a pastor, that have achieved a lot of stuff, those kind of people should motivate and inspire. These are people that dresses down. Let me repeat, these are people that dresses and they achieve the results. Who told you that if you sit your ass down, go back to what you've been taught and begin to implement them one after the other, that you won't achieve results? Then you won't achieve results. Whether Henry did that out of spontaneity or he intentionally did it, but there was a result because he applied something he learned. And that is the joy of a trainer. I mean, that I'm training you guys and everybody is looking at me like, whoa, it is quite palpable. It's very, very discouraging. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the trainer, it's about those being trained. It's about how much they adopt what they are being trained on. So you need to understand that. So for many of you who still get turned off by the concept of selling because you're a lady, you don't have any excuse. Check yourself, reassess and reevaluate yourself, right? You can do it. And for men also, we're even more advantaged. We are always the people that stay out later. We always have the opportunity to meet more people. There's more of the time. So we have more advantage to meet more people and establish long-lasting relationship with people. So everybody's advantaged. There's no particular gender in sales disadvantaged. Hope that makes sense. So we need to understand that. So if I talk about turning your client ambassadors, who can remember one thing that I spoke about that day that stood out for you that you should have implemented, but it's unfortunately you have not, but know that if you do it, it's going to help you convert even those that have not bought from you to becoming ambassadors. That is, if you remember what we thought about that, who can remember about how to turn your buyers into ambassadors? That was a roundtable session. That was a Billions Corner Weekly stuff. I think so. Nobody? So you see, results will always be typical. Eliomo, leave your note, leave it. Happen to your happen. Just close it. Back it up. Because it's always typical, right? It's important you know that everything you're being taught. See, I always rephrase, I always paraphrase, I always remind you guys about the 80-20 principle. It's called, they also call it the 10-1 principle or 110 principle, right? Whereby 1% of the 1% of the people in any industry, earns 10. That's earns 60% of their income. So let's say, for example, in an industry where we have 100 salespeople, it is just 20 people that shares 80% of the wealth. So they have a lot to share. Why the remaining 80% of the people scramble for 20% on the ground? And what differentiates these people from these people is what they do, not what they know. And of course, you have to know before you do. So why I say do is because I have seen people that know a lot, but there's nothing to show for it. Even in our industry, yeah, there's nothing to show for it. For as little as even galvanizing your own downlines, those 4 or 5 people, how much are you into their life? So the concept of being interested or genuinely interested in people, it doesn't just end with your customers or your prospects. It also transcends into your downlines. It also transcends. When you're speaking to them, do you speak to them with a warning tone? Hey, downlines, I've warned you people. You people are not doing enough in this group. I will soon remove. And when I remove you, I will never of tonality you use. Is that how you address them? Are you genuinely these people? That they're here, that they are not here this morning, does this prick your mind that they're actually missing out on some stuff that could help them become better too? Knowing fully well that if they're making sales, you're also making sales. Are you pricked? Or are you just trying to live through? These are some of the things that make up a great salesperson. Honestly, we can go as far as going here to lambast you with a lot of jargons and sales parlance here and there and make you feel all right. But if you don't understand these little basics, you will still be having the same result actually. And like I said last Monday, we all need to come to a point where we are self-leaders, where you don't need somebody to tell you to do something before you do it. Yeah? You don't need somebody to tell you literally to do something before you do it. You don't need somebody to tell you that you're not meeting up your sales quota before you get gingered or motivated to push yourself. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Like I told you guys, you need to have a grand vision. You need to have a timeline to it. And let me even come to that. Many of you, your heart are strong. How many of you have a grand vision currently? I mean, that was last Monday. That's 7 days ago. How many of you have a grand vision that you're actually pursuing now? Please, Henry, what's the grand vision?
It has to do with storytelling.
Okay. Okay, so what is the grand vision?
I actually want to assemble most of Nigerian mentors
Okay.
together and just like help them advertise online, but all in just one platform
Okay.
together. So I know it's wouldn't be like that easy because some of them will be like.
So let me understand it, because a vision has to be clear enough. Clarity is important. So now your grand vision is to assemble the best of Nigerian realtors and help them to advertise their products. You want to help them or empower them to be able to advertise on themselves.
I want to help them.
Okay. How do you want to do that? Don't worry, say it. Nobody will steal it. Many of them here don't have the power to push. So go ahead. Don't be scared.
Okay, I think that starts with.
But I believe that's not true. Many of you have the zeal to set up a grand vision and tear it through the roof. In 2 months, Eliomon is in his range, doing shit. Oh God, life is sweet actually. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so at first I want to start with little by little personal branding, storytelling.
Yeah.
That's where it goes down to your daily tasks
Yeah.
and how you achieve those tasks. Just as you asked earlier,
Yeah.
what would I do technically? So I told you about storytelling.
Yeah.
I'm planning towards
Yeah.
achieving that. So
Yeah.
each day that's actually to learn something from a particular thing.
Okay.
Then,
So now, so your grand vision is to help them advertise their product. You are going to be a solo member of this grand vision. Only you will help them while you are still doing.
no, definitely I have to be in my team. And
So when do you want to see this idea flourish? Which year? Which month? You have not done that yet. So you don't have a grand vision yet. That's why you slept so well yesterday night. While men were awake, you slept. You were enjoying your 3 square sleep. So you see, you are on the path towards creating your own grand vision, but it's not clear yet. And if it is not very clear, you might not be persuaded enough, honestly. You can say thank you. So who else have their grand vision? Tina, your grand vision, please. With all due respect, please. My sister, what is your vision in life? That's what I say. Ah, kaya rada bullshit.
So it's actually a collective.
No need. He never set up.
No, I
Okay,
said
okay, set it. Go ahead now. Yeah.
what
So please, those online, we are trying to do is our random edition. That's what we are doing. So we started on Thursday. So we are trying to calibrate our mind back. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's been a consultant
Yeah.
with in like a I don't know how to say it, like I said, a collective accountant
Okay.
with different ideas of their various organizations. For me,
How many people is going to drive this dream with you?
seven.
Seven.
Yes,
Seven.
for now.
Seven will drive it with Tina. So the seven. When do you want to achieve this? When do you want to see this idea of flourishes?
We are still building.
When have you tasked yourself to get this vision? Please sit for him, please. When do you can sit there. Okay, please come here, sir. When do you want to see this idea, this grand vision? When do you want to see it flourish, like come to fore, and people actually will appreciate it?
Okay,
Which year? Which month?
next year.
When?
Okay, that next year, there's no precise
You never finish. Who else have a grand vision? We thought this thing on. That was on Monday, right? Last 2 Mondays, I think so. You have your own. Okay, what is your grand vision in life, basically?
To put as many kids as I can in school.
In school, okay.
Yeah, something I've
More like a foundation of philanthropy.
Yes.
Foundation, now business, now money that they use wrong foundation.
And
So,
that's what
okay, this is your grand vision. This is what you are
yeah,
pursuing.
this was going to push me
Which
because
year?
I need to have,
Which year?
but I want to actualize it.
Yes.
Okay, I've getting started already this
Which
month.
year? Which year?
Hey, how? That I want to achieve this.
Yes, now.
Like that's what I'm trying to say.
We talked about grand vision, having a grand vision the last 2 Mondays, if I'm correct. And we said that, and we said you need to have a grand vision, right?
Yeah.
How old are you now? You say it. If it is 25, say 25. When do you want to achieve it? When you are 40. That is, you have 15 years to go. That's what I'm trying to say. So which year do you want to achieve it? Next year?
Okay, that's what I want to explain something.
Okay.
Okay, so I had to break it down in a way that I don't procrastinate.
Okay.
So in the next 4 years, because I have a vision for myself when I turn 35. Do you understand?
Okay, great.
So let me say in the next 4 years, when I will be 35,
5 years.
I want to be able to have at least
10.
10,000 children in
A round of applause, please. Round of applause. Let there be a round of applause everywhere, left and right, please.
So in order to achieve that, I want to get started. That's why I said
10K kids in school.
yes. So I don't just want to.
It's doable though, but go ahead. I mean, I would love to partake in this year. It's a grand vision. This vision. Well, you look like someone that's very yesterday night. You shouldn't have slept very well. By now, your eyes should be red because this kind of vision can never allow you
I
to
was
sleep.
outside.
Okay, you were in the ward. Okay. All right.
Keep down.
Okay.
Get I
Yeah.
don't just want to sit
Yeah.
and wait until 4 years.
4 years,
time.
okay.
So like I wanted to say earlier,
Go ahead, yes.
I want to get started personally. So I already reached out to somebody that the child is doing in school. You get
You want to use your salary to start sending children to school?
no, it's not my salary.
I'm a hand on the please. Well, you play here, right?
No, sir, it's not my
Okay.
salary.
So how do you want to go about it?
It's not my salary. There's something I'm pursuing.
A deal.
Yes, which is going to click this week. You get
So now, so now, this is a beautiful idea. This is exactly what I was saying when I say have a compelling grand vision that is set before you next 5 years. Now you have a timeline to the next 4 years. Beautiful. Beautiful. But now, what might steal that vision from you is lack of clarity and achievables. If you don't come down to reality, right? If you don't come down to, break it down into actualizable, how will I put it, milestones, you might steal yourself of this huge dream and vision. For example, you want to actualize this 10K people by next 4 years. If I'm to advise, I would say that your first child should be in school in the next 4 years. I mean, if I'm to be realistic. Your first child that you want to put in school, aside your kids, should be in the next 4 years. If I'm to advise. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes. Reason being that you need to build your economy first. You need to have a predictable flow of your personal economy. Right now, you and I know, I'm not trying to bring your leg outside, but we all know, say, me, if I don't go feed, I cannot even do it.
so I think you're not getting
See, you want to start with 1, 2, 3, that's build it to the next 4 years, I understand. Beautiful. You say you're expecting a deal. It's a pipeline dream.
So don't you think that's going to push you to
No, see, the vision is already compelling already. Now, what is going to push is that how much do you want to have sitting in your account before you move the first person into the school that you can be able to scale with? Because you need to train somebody from primary to university. Sure, you know that. Maybe you are planning to train on kindergarten crèche. How often? You need to define all these things. So if you have that, for me, considering your personal economy and my personal economy, I'm putting myself in this picture, I would suggest that you begin to make these plans that your first 10 students or first 100 students should enter school in the next 4 years. So what you will use these 4 years to build is a structure. First of all, personal economic structure. Yes, that you have been able to build a predictable line of personal economy that you can say that every month, this is averagely what I earn on a worst month, right? This is what you earn on a worst month from all your sales and business, rackets you do here and there. This is the worst you earn. So with that, your worst case scenario, you can be able to sustain 10 children in school annually. Hope that makes sense. That's how to get a clear, cut, grand vision. Hope that makes sense. Because if you go with the fact that it's called the spur of the moment, you're excited, it's a beautiful vision. I mean, having to put 10,000 people in school that is a grand one. If you now go with that spur, you now got to yank off 3 people and put them in school. You have your own children you're training. It will choke you. But until you have been able to build some kind of sustainable and predictable flow of income, monthly, weekly, as the case may be, or annually, then you can be able to say, okay, annually I can be able to sustain 1 or 2 people in school. That makes sense. So first of all, you have even done the noble by actually getting a grand vision. But where the work comes in now, Mr. Victor actually taught us then when he came here. Yes. How many of us remember when he was fleshing it out that day, Mr. Victor, about his dream to enter into politics and the how many of us were here that day? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's very clear. Many people can come out and say, I have this grand vision. I want to build 10 factories in the next 20 years. It's a bold statement, but not many of them will achieve it. Because at the best level is actually a dream. There is there's no achievable timelines to it. There's no tidbits to it. It's just a grand, oratory prowess. Nothing actualizable about it. So you need to understand that there's still a lot of work to do about this. But the good thing is now that these 10,000 students in the next 4 years, how much would that take from you personally? Because it's you that's going to fund it. We need to go help you. Yes. Now you go fund them, basically. So you need to understand how much do you think is going to worth 10,000 pupils in school. That's massive. Jesus Christ. That's massive. And it's doable. But you don't know that you need to work extremely hard. You understand? You need to begin to connect with the best salespeople in the industry and make them your downlines. You need to begin to connect with you need to define your customer avatar and double into begin to prioritize relationships now rigorously more than ever. That's what it means. You've come to that point where you have been able to identify and clarify yourself on what your grand vision is. You keep running in circles. You keep allowing life throw, oranges and peach and this to you at random. You don't have total control of the outcome of your life. A salesperson is a business person. Let that make sense. A salesperson is a business person. And like I always tell you guys, sales is the most noble career ever in this life. See, if you know the kind of life the 20% best salespeople around the world live, you will sit up. Once again, go and finish selling Manhattan, right? Owning Manhattan by Ryan Sahan. Go and watch that movie again on Netflix. Owning Manhattan. Go and watch it again. In fact, that should be the only show you should be watching on Netflix until it drops into your spirit, until it becomes a rhema. You understand? You pick a figure that motivates you in that movie. Just pick somebody that you love her or his approach to work. Because those people there are high flyers. They don't rest. They don't rest. They don't. They don't. They don't. If you must escape the life of mediocrity, if you must escape the life of lack, you must be somebody who is willing to let go of inconsequential rest here and there. I'm not saying you shouldn't sleep, but don't oversleep. Don't enjoy sleep. So many of you enjoy it. You know what it's called enjoying your sleep? Shiwe, please close that curtain. Sun is entering. Close that. How many of us have said that thing before in our lives? Close the curtain. You can't respect yourself in this house. Off the light. These are people that enjoy sleep. Anything that wakes them up in the land of the living, they will come against you. But for you to properly build yourself and become part of the 20% of the most exceptional salespeople on the planet, you must be somebody who is willing to sacrifice the next 10 to 15 years of your life doing one thing every day the better way. Keep bettering on a particular strategy every day. You meet somebody today, you analyze what transpired with you and that person. Where did you get it wrong? Is it from the opening conversation? Is it from the body of the conversation? Is it from the closing? Why do you think this person didn't pick a lot of interest in you? You analyze it. How can you make it better? Daily. It's not a thing of do it on Wednesday. It's a daily activity. These are what the best of the best do, not just in sales, in life basically. So you must be willing to push yourself. Like I always tell you guys, we can come here and state all the strategies as much as we can. But if your work attitude is poor, every other thing will fail. Yes. Yes. If you don't understand that you need to speak at least. So, I forgot to bring this video today. There's a guy that Vusi was interviewing. The guy said that he does 2,000 cold calls every day. Like, he sits down, he begins to call every day. So when you see him entering first class of Delta Airlines from New York to Johannesburg, and from Johannesburg to New York the next day, it is not a fluke. You cannot intentionally want to build a relationship with 2,000 people every day. Even if all your village people plus, Henry's village people plus, Happiness village people gather together, go to Otapiapia River and go and do something that is against your life, they can never succeed. Because you have already stacked the odd on your favor. You have stacked it on your favor. But when the whole week, within the whole week, the number of people you're able to speak to is 10, you are stacking the odd against you. Yes. You are stacking the odds against you. There's nothing like I've tried my best in this thing. This I've tried my best is a wicked statement. Many people used to kill themselves more. You cannot do 10 calls in a week and say you've tried your best. That is devilish in sales. It is witchcraft. They should just give you wings to start flying in the night. It is witchcraft. You cannot talk to 10 people in a week. Even in a day, this is poor, and you want to make a lot of sales in a month or in a week. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you must be somebody who is willing to push yourself and do what the remaining 80% are not doing to get the result you want. There is no get rich quick scheme anywhere, nowhere. Even the get rich quick scheme are not even get rich quick scheme. They will still scam you at the end of the day. So your quickness will land you into short-term loss. And heavy most times is very heavy. So you need to understand that. That brings me to what I trained on Thursday, which is
Someone online said that
yeah.
he wants to be a bastard billionaire. That's his blank issue.
Stupendous billionaire. Everybody, who else doesn't want to be a stupendous billionaire? Yeah. Everybody wants to be. Please don't go and kill your father and your mother. But it's possible, very possible to be a bastard billionaire, but you need to be clear about it. You need to state clear terms. You need to be very clear about it. You need to have clear terms about it. You have to set it clear. From today, what is your morning schedule going to look like? What is your evening schedule? See, the most successful people in the world live the most regimented life. Regimented, you can Google it. Regimented means every second of their day is already planned out. That's how the most successful people live their lives. And I'm thinking that people I'm talking to this morning are people that want to be successful. So you must be willing to live a regimented life. Very much. You must be willing. That brings me to what I talked about on Thursday. You must make up your mind as to this is what you want to do. If some of you want to travel to Canada, tell us now. Let us know. So let us give you proof of funds quickly. May they go. Those are, if someone wants to go. Yes, so if you want to travel to Canada, tell us now that you want to. Let us do proof of funds for you. We're not giving you shishi. Proof of funds is just to help you move. Yes, you go and let people that wants to do this business for you do it. You need to make up your mind as to this is what you want to do for lifetime. For someone like me, I'll keep selling land and properties till it's important you come to that point where you've made up your mind. It's important. If you have not made up your mind, then you're going to be wobbly. You're going to one foot in, one foot out, and nothing works that way. The Bible said that it's either you are cold, that if you are neither cold nor hot, you will be blotted out. That's what God said, and that is how life also works. If life is not noticing where you are, focusing your energy on, you'll just be existing. You'll just be existing. You'll become one of the statistics, Now you're going to tell people, I know this person. I knew this person when he was. This guy used to be my close pal. I knew that this guy would go far in life. I just knew. How life works. If not for that woman that stole my money. You become a statistic. Because you're neither here nor there. Primarily, the person we might even be talking about is someone that has made it selling fufu in wholesale bags. Yes, he on a two fufu from Benue. He will sorry. I'm trying to bring it to English. It's better when I use Igbo. You know this truck that used to load through from Benue and bring it to south and east. So that person, yes. He'll be the person that used to twirl like 4 or 5 trucks from Benue and bring it down to east. Consistently for the last 15 years. While you are still trying this Ponzi scheme and trying this one, and this is in vogue, in a year you are doing 5 businesses. Now this one they rain now, you don't go do them. That is diligent. Now to fufu. He'll be bringing fufu. After 10 years, he'll buy a Range Rover. He'll be like, now fufu they give this thing. I've been Oboni, they cost this thing. You know. So you need to understand the power of focus and decision. You need to do it as early as possible. So you want to sell real estate, you have to make up your mind. You want to sell real estate, and that's when these trainings are going to make sense to you. Not until you've made up your mind. All these things we have been saying here will be falling on deaf ear. It'll be like, let's quickly do, when is 12 going to, so I can go home. You need to make up your mind. You need to make up your mind. You want to really do this. Do you see a future in this? Yes, you should. Nobody was born to be a salesperson. You should know that. Nobody was born to be one. Nobody was even born in Nigeria. I don't think anybody here, when they were young, said that my dream in life is to become an Ukwere man. Who said that? Or Ukwere woman that sells land. Sorry, with all due respect to Ukwere people here, sorry, I mean, who said when they were younger, when all those big cars will be flying past, say my dream is to sell with it no good when I'm 25. I will sell land so the world will hear my voice. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. It's not anybody's dream. Many people that are successful in the industry actually learned it diligently, and they apply themselves to it. That's why they are where they are today. So don't think it is for some specific kind of people. It's for everyone if you're willing to do the job. A typical example is a C. Ronaldo. When you see him play, you know that he's not in quotes, a talented footballer. He's a hard-working footballer. C. Ronaldo. You know he's a hard-working. Can be learned, and it boils down to the little details like we talked about. Sorry for those that are joining us today. We are trying to do a review, right? Random here to remind of the year. Because if I still come here this morning and start with the different type of sales, solution selling, transactional selling, which I wanted to say, it will still add to the information overload many of you already have. It's going to be harming you the more. But if you go back to your notebooks, go back to your hope that makes sense. So you need to understand that you need to make up your mind as quickly as possible to those online also. If you have not made, if you are still on your bed this morning, there's no time. Like I said, somebody that is 25 have only 50. Now talk more of someone that is 31 and he wants to build his grand vision when he's 40. That's 9 years to go. Before you know it, 9 years is here. Do you think many people that go back to the village to go and reestablish life, they wanted to do it? No. No. They played it very safe while they were in the city. They played it very safe. They're antisocial. Anybody that they don't take nonsense from people. They're just principled people. All these stupid people, in fact, just allow me to be. So they lived the principled life that didn't stretch them. They were comfortable with the paycheck, the salaries. Not bad. But at some point, you should become disgruntled. Tina, did Tina come out for that thing yesterday? Did she come outside yesterday? She's sleeping. You are. No, you are. So please, if your birthday next time falls on Sunday, do it on Saturday. Because your birthday always falls within a very one kind days. I don't understand. So please, you need to understand that. Where was I, please? Where was I, please? I was speaking a lot, right? So you need to make up your mind as to what you truly want to use your life to do. You need to make up your mind. If it's to dance on TikTok, do that. If it's to sell real estate, you need to do that as quickly as possible. Like I said, 9 years is not a long time. 5 years, 20 years is not even a long time. Many of us started life last 20-something years, and we are 20-something years, and there's nothing to show for it, except for the fact that we have grown up with body weight. That's bad now. That's bad. So you are placed on a podium to talk to people. You are just smiling. I don't normally do these kind of things. Assuming I prepare for it, I would have empty take. You know. No, because you've not been able to build you have not been able to apply yourself to learning and actually doing. You need to come to that point where you are losing your sleep. Until I have a team that are losing their sleep, until you have your downlines losing their sleep, you have not started leading them. You have not started leading them. You have not. So you need to come to that point where you've made up your mind, you've gone back to regurgitate on all the things we've trained you on, and you begin to implement them one after the other. So if you don't know how to do that, there is somebody with a result. Henry, go and meet him. Henry, how did you be able to do that? Right? How were you able to do that? Omar, right? Henry's behind you. Just, how were you able to do that? Henry, you can collect money. Oh. Yes now. You have result. Oh. You have to collect money. Oh. Even if it's 2,000. Dock because you have a working formula. Be proud about it. Long John doesn't have it, so you build him. So we conclude on the revision we've been doing. So on Thursday, we're going to look at a different kind of sales. Solution sales, transactional sales, and the rest of sales. Solution sales, transactional sales, and the rest. It's going to be on Thursday by 9 p.m. I'm praying that I'll be available that day. If I'm not, I'll throw that research paper to everybody to do. I'll select some PPP former. So your name, I always forget your name now, please. Faith, sorry, forgive me. Today will be the last day I'll forget your name. Faith. So throw the research paper to Faith, Jeff, Happiness, Big Man, I don't know your name, please. Solo, I'll throw it, even on I'll throw the research paper to you. So anybody can be called upon that day to take us on a different kind of sales, right? It's important. Yes. And when you train, it seems to retain more of the information you were training on. Yeah. Because when I'm here backing and saying this thing, I'm thinking people are listening to me. Many of you are thinking about your lunch. Did that bullet person come out today? Did he come out today? No, I want to know where many of your minds are. That bullet guy, okay. So please, you need to join us on Thursday by 9 p.m. So today we've concluded on a random edition where we have been able to touch base with several stuff we talked about in the time past. Is there another thing that was striking, I thought, within the year, or you learned that I didn't touch point within this series? Yeah? You can't remember, I mean, burnout. I didn't talk about burnout. Important. I didn't talk about burnout. I think I will touch. Please list out some. In fact, just populate our Win Associate group. Populate it with some of the things we didn't touch base on. Those online that have been following, just populate. Give us a comment what you think we should talk about next Monday or this Thursday. Basically, I think we should continue. If you have some other things we've not spoken about, just keep talking about it to remind us. See here. If this, I mean, there is actually a study that, I don't know if it is 20 hours, I don't know how many hours they say you should study something before that thing will settle in your mind. How many hours you need to study something, go back to it. I think it's 20 hours on a particular subject matter. I think so. I mean, I'm trying to not be wrong here, but I think so. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that the first point of learning doesn't cut it. That is why many of us cannot remember GST 204. How many of us can remember GST 204? If one can hear, please help me. How many of us can remember GST 204? 201. You can't remember that? Okay. Beautiful. Okay, 100. Okay, what did you do in your second level? Which course? GSS. So what was your curriculum for GSS in your second level? Can you remember the curriculum? You cannot. Because university trains us to Learn once and grab it. But how many of us can remember Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? How many of us can remember Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Almost everyone. Because repetition was employed. Yeah? Repetition. I mean, we literally sang it from crèche to pre-crèche or post. How did they use to call it? I didn't go to any of those. I went straight to primary one. Yes, sir. Economy. So many people sang it from crèche to pre-crèche to post-crèche. What again? Baby care. Okay, pre, okay, no, okay. So they sang it to primary 3, to primary 6. So that's why no matter how much they format your brain, you can never forget Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You can never forget there are 2 little black birds sitting on the wall. No matter how much. But you can never remember many of you that have forgotten your project topic. What's your project topic?
The impact of television.
A round of applause. A round of applause. A round of applause once again, please. Our guy's brain is hot. How many of... Okay, what's your own, please? You just graduated last month now. Ah. So many of us might not be able to even remember, something as little as our project topic, because those things happened once all our lifetime. We didn't do it twice or thrice or 4 times. So same thing can be said about you learning how to sell. If you don't go back and keep practicing on what you've been taught, if you don't go back and keep practicing what you've learned, sorry, you will always come back to the place of comfort and start from beginning again. And that way, you can never gain results. So please, go back to our videos. Go back to your colleagues that are doing well, better than you are. It's even better. Mentorship is the easiest part to learning. Those people that are already doing better than you, go and meet them and say, what are you doing differently? Right? What are you doing differently? And I believe that's going to help you more. Right? So please, go back and learn. Learning is beyond Monday's 1-hour session. Doing is beyond 8 to 5. Doing is beyond that 8 to 5. Doing is even what to do after 5 p.m. every day. That is what doing is. So what do you do after 5 p.m. early or more? Fish. Cooking fish. Amazing activity. So you need to define, what you do. You need to define what you learn. You need to regiment your hour, your day. You need to regiment your minutes. You need to do that. That is how you can become successful. If you set out that you want to meet 100 people in a day, you can do that if you regiment yourself. It's possible. You want to talk to 20 people in a day, it's possible. The only limiting factor is you. It's you. You have a lot of excuses at the back of your mind, even before you start. The sun is too much, the rain is too much. What again? I've not eaten since morning. This Tinubu will not go better for him. Yes, now many of us as we're working, we are causing Tinubu. And it's negativity flourishing from our mind. Before you know it, as you just walk out past one bullet, past the second bullet, the third one will escape you. Don't go sit down. Collect your space. Say, if I end my marketing here today, I've done well. Before you know, you collect one plate. Ask the man, put another fish. Your day is gone. So you need to understand the path. We're actually regimenting your day and following through. So for those of us who have grand visions, break it down to daily visions, right? Break it down, 10 people a day, 20 people a day. Make sure you do that. Break it down to weekly vision. I want to learn how to run Facebook advert this week. Make sure you do it. That is what separates the high flyers from the low flyers. Make sure you do it. Like I said, if for no reason, just because you're an adult who is responsible, do it for yourself and for posterity. If for any other reason, just because you're an adult who will soon marry or who already have married and have kids, do it for yourself. Push yourself. Learn those skills. And it's going to be for your own good. At the end of the day, like I always tell you guys, the journey is a forward ever journey. People will come and leave, but journey continues. The question is, how relevant are you going to make yourself in that journey? Are you going to still be with us in this journey, or you're going to enter into another Ponzi scheme next 3 months? So the question is for you to answer, right? Thank you once again for joining us today for our roundtable session I appreciate everybody, but those that joined online and those that came on site. I appreciate those that joined us for the first time. Mr. Solo, I'm happy to have you. We're happy to have you, right? God bless you. Who invited you, please? Eh? Faith, okay. Thank you, Faith. That's great. You are doing so well for your downlines. You have your lunch for that. You have a lunch for that. So thank you once again for coming to join us today. This is a preliminary of what we do here on Mondays, right? So on Mondays we do a proper deep dive into great strategies that will help you sell better. And we encourage people not to miss Mondays for any reason, be it online or off. I prefer on site because here you are actually sitting with your mind and your brain. At home, anything can happen. Yes, anything can happen. But when you are here, you are dedicated, you are putting your mind and you learn, and it's for you. I'm not going to come there and extract it from your mind again. It's stayed. You're going to live with it forever. So please, make sure you encourage it. So what Faith did this morning is actually a challenge to many of us, right? Get your downlines to come for meetings. We have more chairs that can accommodate everybody, right? Get them. If here is full, connect speaker outside. Overflow downstairs. Sharp, yes. Mount TV. Ministry have started, at the end of the day, we'll do offering. On a lighter note, so please, encourage your downlines to come for trainings. It's important. You might not know who or which of them is going to even, keep you in business, right? Yes, you don't even know any. The Solo can close a 50-plot corporate sale tomorrow now, and you will be over the moon, having 4 million sitting in your account comfortably. You keep thanking him for a long time. When the money start coming, I say, Solo, please do your magic again. Do your magic. Do what only you can do. So keep encouraging your downlines to come for trainings. Be it on Monday by 10 a.m. or on Thursday by 9 p.m. Encourage them to come for trainings. Right? It's important. When you stop learning, you start dying. No matter how much you are growing physically. That is why we have so many useless people. I love to use that word. On Earth today, we have almost 8 billion people in the world, and it's only 1% of that 8 billion that is powering the other 7.9 billion. Even that person is just a statistics, moving and roaming and making noise. I wonder how God condones with our noise in this world. Making noise. Why some people are actually doing the work required. So you need to sanctify yourself, separate yourself from the many, and get to do work. It's important, right? It's important. So please, do what you need to do this week. Put yourself on a target. It's important. How many people do you want to bring for inspection this week to come and look at our estates? How many sales do you truly want to close? How much do you want to make this week? It is doable. And you approach it with all ferocity and doggedness, and you will achieve it. You achieve it. This is not motivation. This is a fact. So please, let's get to work. Not forgetting that we have launched our new estate, which is our Amazon estate at Ishiokbo, a beautiful product and an amazing location, dry table land, just behind the Wingway University, going for 1.5, which is a launch price, 1.5 million per plot. People around there sell within the range of 3 million, 3.5. Yeah, but we chose to crash it down to encourage first adopters to come grab as many as they can. So encourage your clients, yeah, encourage your prospects to come for inspections, yeah. Encourage them to come for inspections from now to Saturday and close this deal. This offer will soon expire. We have few plots left of the 20 plots that we need to sell before we take it back to 3 million. So this offer will soon expire. So encourage your prospect to come and grab as many plots as possible. It is to their own good, right? So do that. And that's also on the back of our other estate, our Gold Gate residentials at the Nika, going for 8 million, our Onyx residence going for 4.5, our Sapphire Gardens at Igritali. So Onyx residence is at Omawa. Sapphire Gardens is at Igritali going for 3 million. Then 3.5. Then our Bronze City at Ipo going for 2.5. So these are our estates at the moment. And they are all beautiful projects. You can encourage your prospect to take advantage of now. Because with the way Tinubu is Tinubuing us, and the way appreciation is hitting these areas, the price will keep going up. So encourage your prospect. And at the end of the day, we'll see you in your range. Yes, that's my desire actually. See Eliomo in her range. Says, I don't think I can be able to make it to work today. Please, I have a client I'm trying to go and meet up with at Lagos. I'm driving to the airport. I want to fly. Please, can you just give me 2 days? I said, come to the office and come and take. No, sir, I'm already running behind time. Please, go and bring the money for me. We'll penalize you in your salary. Don't worry, go. You know. So that's where that's what I see when I sleep. When I close my eyes, that's what I see basically. I need to do it basically. But you need to do the work. I can't do the work for you. You need to do it yourself. Push yourself. So thank you once again. And have a wonderful week. And God bless week ahead. In Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you. Thank you to those that join us online too. God bless you. And keep supporting the brand. And keep joining us for trainings. God bless you too.